There was unhappiness.
Friction? What do you mean friction?
There was unhappiness because you'd gone an unsigned contract.
No. But when you walked in, tell me this, when you walked in, did you have a meeting the first day with them?
No.
Why?
Because I didn't think it was necessary to have a meeting the very first day.
So you were taking over as manager of a new club.
Yes.
And you don't call all your players and your coaching staff and your office staff together.
No.
And introduce yourself and meet them and tell them exactly what you feel and what you want to try and do.
Don, the first day I walked in, I came back from holiday and I did 2 hours training with them.
Irrespective of what you do,
I went out on the field with them.
Right, you went out on the field. My immediate reaction to any job, the same at the Football Association, I got 70 people together and went to a cocktail party and I introduced myself to them.
That is your way.
And I talked about Ramsey's record. I talked how great Ramsey was.
Yes.
His record as a professional man. I never got close to Ramsey. He was a cold man. But as a professional man...
I think you are.
As a cold man?
Yes.
Oh, don't ask our players that. Or they'll laugh their socks down.
Well, that's opinion.
No, well, that's opinion. But Alf Ramsey, I thought, did a good job. And I thought it was important to me to introduce myself to everybody in the Football Association offices.
You didn't...
And I thought it was your duty, when you walked into Leeds United's ground, everybody's saying, well, Brian Clough's arriving today.
Yes.
We'd love to meet
But you
him.
didn't have a training
session. How long did
session.
you wait then? No. How long did you wait? Irrespective of training session or anything, Brian, training sessions didn't mean anything your first day.
Why?
How could training sessions overcome meeting everybody in the club?
It couldn't overcome it.
It would have taken you 10 minutes to get everybody together as a group and say, I'm pleased to meet you. I'm pleased to come to the club
I
like this.
walked into the dressing room and shook hands with Billy Bremner the very first second
No, Brian. No, Brian.
No, hang on, I did.
No, don't edge. Why didn't you get everybody together?
Because I didn't think it was necessary.
Why?
Because I thought that I would do it more subtly and different instead of having everybody bang, bang, bang. They were all on edge. I was on edge.
So you could have put them at ease.
No, hang on. How?
By going in and talking to them.
Oh, talk to them? I took the shirts off the backs after they'd finished training.
I used to do that. I massaged them on the Thursday.
Of course. Well, that was my approach, of course.
But you didn't meet everybody the first day.
I shook hands and said hello. Met them.
Everybody? Did you go to the laundry ladies? Did you go to the office staff?
Oh, no. I'm sorry.
Did you go to the groundsman?
No, I didn't have time to do that, Don. It was players.
You must have had... It
only takes 10 minutes. Here because we're getting towards the end. I want to ask, what's your reaction to a board that doesn't back you up, that sacks you after 7 weeks?
I haven't had time to know them either. Just as I believe I haven't had time to do the job.
What's your reaction to the board?
My reaction to the board is very, very mixed. And my reaction to the board is so mixed up. I don't believe they've done Leeds Football Club a service. I don't care whether it's me or whoever it was. I'm talking about a manager. I don't believe they've done football a service. I think they've struck a blow to send us back, back in the dark ages. I think if the Football Association, who employ Mr. Revie, sack him if he loses his first match, I think they will set football back 30 years or 50 years. In turn, I believe that Leeds perhaps have done that a little bit also. Manny Cousins was under a lot of pressure. He was my chairman. If he didn't stand up to it as much as he should have done, that's a matter of debate. But he was under a lot of pressure. And he, today, when the final decision was made, and it was a board decision, he then made it right with me regarding a lot of things. As he made it right with this guy
before you go on, Brian
for
Clough,
15 years.
What's going to happen now to Brian Clough?
Oh, a million things are going to happen to Brian Clough. I'm going to have 48 hours or 3 days, or I don't know. I think, and please don't think I'm being flippant. I've had many ambitions in life, and one of the ambitions is, and I wanted this when I was manager of Leeds and manager of Derby, I wanted to coach the England youth. I just might apply to this guy.
Well, aren't you going to be in a very difficult situation? Because after the argument with Derby, you left Brighton under a cloud, and now this with Leeds. Who's going to touch you with a barge pole, as it were?
Well, I think many people have touched me with a barge pole, because the whole country now, including Leeds, and you've heard it in Don's own mouth tonight, I do not think 7 weeks. 7 weeks is not enough time to even find out where the local butcher shop is.
OK, well, what happens to Leeds United now? What do you see as being their future?
Well, obviously they'll prosper. I hope they'll prosper. Despite the fact I've only been involved with them 7 weeks, you've got to hope to prosper. I hope everybody in football prospers. I hope they go on to win the European Cup.
Don Revie, what's your feeling about Brian Clough's personal position
You are
tonight?
a terrible
how do you
man
feel for him?
for interrupting that.
Well,
I
we're
hope
coming to the end, and I
Leeds
have to interrupt.
win the European Cup.
What's your feeling personally about Brian Clough's personal situation?
Well, that's anybody who's been sacked in football, you feel a little bit sad for. But whether Brian's going about it the right way, I don't know because I wasn't there. But if Leeds United players have had a meeting with Brian and the chairman, there must have been something totally wrong. OK,
well, gentlemen, there we must leave it after what's been a tragic day for Leeds United supporters, of which I number myself one. Gentlemen, thank you very much and good night.